be all the rave. It's Mega Ran signing off here with Super Dave. Hey, on the love.
Super Cool Nation, did you miss me? I'm back. Welcome to Super Dave Raines and the Big Show, on location at KaPow Comics and Coffee here in beautiful Colorado Springs for our summer movie review panel. We're here on a very special night at KaPow Comics and Coffee. But before I get into that, I want to introduce the new co-host of Super Dave Raines and the Big Show, Mia St. Clair from Lorelei Cosplay.
Hi, everybody.
Mia, welcome to Super Dave Raines and the Big Show.
Thank you so much.
And Kate from Geeks for Charity and of Big Show Entertainment Network. Kate, welcome to Super Dave Raines and the Big Show.
Hi.
All right, I am too. And the audience, welcome to Super Dave Raines and the Big Show. We're so glad you're here at KaPow Comics and Coffee for Guardians of the Galaxy and Star Wars Trivia Night. So good luck on your trivia. All right. I also have Matty Ice on the camera. We've got Chris here from Big Show Q Branch and my good friend Rio back here. And John is here as well. So we'll get right to it. We've got a huge release coming tomorrow, and your man, Super Dave Raines, and Mia St. Clair will be at Tinseltown tomorrow night for the U.S. premiere of Guardians of the Galaxy, and he didn't say freaking. Well, he said freaking, but that's not what he meant. So, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, premiering tomorrow. We'll have my lightning reaction, and you'll get my written review the day after. So, Kate, let me ask you, what are you expecting from Peter Quill, a.k.a. Star-Lord, Baby Groot, and the whole crew?
Mostly shenanigans. That's kind of what I've come to expect, and I love it. I love the little tongue-in-cheek and all the little just sarcastic things that they add to it while still having a really good superhero movie.
Right.
There's all the action, but with cuteness, too, with little Baby Groot. I like it.
Right. So would you say it's more of a superhero movie or a sci-fi movie?
Ooh, that one's rough. I know. I definitely go more... I mean, then that goes into your definition of superhero, but...
Right.
I mean, they saved the galaxy, so superheroes in there.
Right. Mia, what do you think?
I just want a little army of baby Groots. That's really all I want. I am Groot.
Right. So how many people in the audience would like to have a baby Groot? Okay. I think almost everybody. So also, before we get rolling any further, I want to say hi to Julie Smith and Zero Fox Given in the house at KaPow Comics and Coffee. So if you are not familiar with Zero Fox Given and Julie Smith, she makes some awesome, fantastic, spectacular stuff. So I think we're going to find something after the show. But also I'm going to have her make something for me for DCC. So stay tuned for that. Yeah, definitely. I've been looking forward to this movie ever since they really announced the sequel. Obviously James Gunn has done such a great job. He just signed a contract to do Guardians of the Galaxy 3. So, absolutely.
Yes. Sorry.
So very excited for that. So Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, I think it's going to be a huge hit. In fact, I think it already opened overseas to over $100 million. So, yeah, what do you think about that?
Good.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like a movie that does well.
Yeah, definitely. So the next movie I want to ask you ladies about is King Arthur and the Legend of the Sword. Mia?
Charlie Hunnam is a bunch of yes.
Well, what about the movie?
Well, who doesn't love King Arthur? It's a classic story. It's something that everybody knows, and I can't necessarily say relate to, but it's just a classic that people will recognize and want to go see.
Right. So, Kate, do you think it will across the bar because really the bar on King Arthur movies is Excalibur. So do you expect something better or something different?
I'm not sure, because especially when you take on a mythology like that, it always worries me because I'm such a nerd about it. I was like, okay, I need to know where Morgana is. I need to know where Mordred is. I need to know where Merlin is. I need to know their background. I need to know, like, if Talzin's in it. You know, a ridiculous amount of so much nerdiness goes into it, and I'm like, it looks like it's going to be action-packed. I really like the director, Guy Ritchie, because he did great with Sherlock Holmes, so I was like, okay, I can hang. And it was really funny because I was telling Mia a little earlier when I saw it, I thought at first it was Chris Hemsworth playing Arthur, and then I realized that's not Chris Hemsworth, and I was like, maybe Heath Ledger, but he's kind of, dead. But I was like, it's like they had a love baby, but he works. He's got that hard edge, but at the same time a really good acting skill. So I'm curious to see what they do with it, but again, just so... I'm like, please do well. I really like King Arthur, and I really want them to do well with it. I'm not sure if you can make it so much of a series, because everyone knows the end, but...
Maybe. I think it depends on how the storyline works, because looking when we were totally like scanning for the characters that we wanted to see, and there's no Guinevere, there's no Lancelot, Merlin is there, but when you're scrolling down looking through the characters, he's kind of like way down there. Yeah. So it just really depends. When you think of King Arthur, you also think of Guinevere and Lancelot and the whole triangle happening there, and Merlin's a big deal, and so it's just like, but they're kind of missing. So what's gonna happen? So I'm really curious to see how it goes.
Like, are you gonna take like the adventurous, like crazy route of like magic and mayhem, or are you gonna try to make it more realistic like they did with the other, where they're like, put it historically? And Jude Law is a bad guy. We'll see if I can hang with this. I think he can pull it off, but it's not his MO.
Right.
I also like. So sorry.
Right.
I also like that Eric Bana is in there. I'm really excited to see how he does too, because I haven't seen him in enough. But I also debated on whether or not this is kind of like a prequel-ish setting, that he hasn't gotten to the point of meeting Lancelot and Guinevere, and this is like
he just pulled the sword. Yeah.
So I'm wondering if that's kind of what's happening there.
Right. Well, King Arthur, Legend of the Sword. A lot of conversation here on Super Dave Reigns and the Big Show. So, ladies, let me move on to Pirates of the Caribbean. Dead Men Tell No Tales. Please don't have a love affair with Johnny Depp, but I think you're going to probably have to do it anyway, aren't you?
Yes. Yes. In case you didn't know, he's actually the number one fantasized man out of all the celebrity men. He's number one. So. No, like a poll was taken. He's number one.
Right. Well, let me move through a couple more things real quick, as we want to get into trivia night. Let me ask you about Baywatch, Wonder Woman, The Mummy, Cars 3, Transformers, and Despicable Me 3. So which one of those are you really looking forward to? Mia?
Definitely Wonder Woman. Out of them, yes. And then Despicable Me 3 is followed after. Not looking forward to Cars 3. We didn't need that. Right. Not that I'm not looking forward to Transformers, but it's just not at the top of my list. And The Mummy, that also holds no interest to me either.
Right. Kate?
Yeah, no, Baywatch, number one. Just because of they're taking that concept, having fun with it, having a great cast. I mean, The Rock has just surprised me ever since he started getting into acting, and then he actually took it seriously and got better. Anything he's in, I'm willing to see. Anything. It's phenomenal. And then just I've seen the little like quirky things they say about it, and it just reminds me, I cannot wait for the slow motion running. I need this. That was Baywatch.
Right.
And then, I like the Transformers, but I think it's going to be stuff we've seen already, and even though I like it, it's, nothing new. Despicable Me 3, I have high hopes for. I'm a huge person when it comes to kid films, and they ruined Kung Fu Panda 3, so now I'm reticent to see if they do anything else with some of my other favorites. But yeah, those would be my tops. The Mummy, I'm okay with. I like that they're going to at least try to take it as a monster movie and do it in its own, but I have such a soft spot for the Mummy series with Brendan Fraser and how they kind of did make fun of it and have fun with it, but still made a really hardcore movie that went into a very strange franchise, but that's okay. So I'm interested that they're bringing it back, and especially with Tom Cruise, of all people.
Right. Well, I'm going to say Wonder Woman, definitely. So let me get into our last few. Spider-Man Homecoming. War for the Planet of the Apes, Valerian and the City of the Thousand Planets, Dark Tower, which had a trailer drop today, Atomic Blonde, and Baby Driver. So which one of those are you really excited to see this summer?
That's really hard to pick. Atomic Blonde, actually. Atomic Blonde. You know, it's Spider-Man Homecoming. I'm very excited to see that. Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets. I'm very super excited to see that as well. The makeup looks amazing. Those are also at my top, but because I said I was going to do this, Baby Driver has Kate Spacey, and I love Kevin Spacey, so I'll see anything that he has. So I'm really excited for that movie too.
Right. Awesome. Kate?
Probably, Atomic Blonde. Just because Charlize Theron's coming back, and she is, again, one of the women with Scarlett Johansson, Mila Jovovich, that just, as action stars, phenomenal.
Right.
And it looks like a very much adult film, but I could use, one of those every now and again. So that's good. And then, Spider-Man, I like the fact that Tony Stark's going to be in it. I'm not sure how I feel about the new Spider-Man, because we've had, 4 now.
4 reboots, yeah.
And I want to love one. I really do. But
Yeah.
they keep making one.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, folks, there you have it. Our summer movie review. Super Dave Raines and the Big Show on location at KaPow Comics and Coffee on Guardians of the Galaxy and Star Wars Trivia Night. I want to thank Nick. I want to thank Laura, Martin, Lorenzo, Erica, and the entire KaPow Comics and Coffee team. Also want to thank Julie Smith from Zero Fox Given. So until next time, for Mia St. Clair and Kate, I'm Super Dave Raines, and until next time, own the love.